And as I say that, the clock ticks over to 8:30. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 27 of Tom Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along. As I said, grab your songbox from Carradine's CockneySingalong.co.uk. The link is in the comments below. And we're going to start. Well, I haven't done this for ages. This one actually appears on my first album. It's a bit of an epic sing-along medley, but I thought you might like it. We start with a little bit of George Formby. Here we go. Leaning on a lamp, maybe you think I look a tramp, or you may think I'm hanging around to steal a car. But no, I'm not a crook, and if you think that's what I look, I'll tell you why I'm here and what my motives are. You know the chorus, don't you? I'm leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Oh me, oh my, I hope the little lady comes by. I don't know if she'll get away, she doesn't always get away, but anyway I know that she'll try. Oh me, oh my, I hope the little lady comes by. There's no other girl I could wait for, but this one I'll break any date for. You won't have to ask what she's late for. She'd never leave me flat, she's not a girl like that. Oh, she's absolutely wonderful and marvellous and beautiful, and anyone can understand why. I'm leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Well, I don't know about you, it's been pretty wet in Tunbridge today. I've been singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Have a banana, laughing at clouds, so dark up above. The sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain. Now I know we've got some Flanagan and Allen fans, I'm one too. How about this one? Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Underneath the arches, on cobblestones we lay. Every night you'll find us tired out and worn, happy when the daylight comes creeping, doing what? Heralding the dawn, sleeping when it's raining and sleeping when it's fine. I hear the trains rattle by above. Pavement is my pillow, no matter where we stray. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Well, it's so lovely to see so many friends and regulars from Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along tuning in this week again. Week 27, as I said. Here's an old American one, here we go. She's my lady love, she is my dove, my baby love. She's no girl, but sit down to dream. She's the only queen Laguna knows. I know she likes me, I know she likes me, because she says so. She is my lily of Laguna, she is my lily and my rose. Actually, I lied, that's not an American one, I'm afraid, sorry. I get confused. That was Leslie Stewart, originally sung by Eugene Stratton. But this is an American song for you. But if you talk to the Cockneys, they'll claim it as their own. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing our song. How do we do it? Side by, that's it, side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load. How do we do it? Side by side, through all kinds of weather. What if the sky should fall. Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When we've all had our quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing our songs side by side. Well, if we're going side by side, there's only one way we can go. Another one by Flanagan and Allen. And this one goes out to Debs Jeffries. Strolling, just strolling in the cool of the evening air. I don't envy the rich in their automobiles, for a motor car is phony. I'd rather have Shanks's pony when I'm strolling, just strolling. Strolling, and I know my luck is rolling when I'm strolling with the one I love. Well, the tunes keep coming, and there's a bit of a theme this evening. We've got a bit of a Tin Pan Alley theme. Lots of songs that were made famous in the first half of the 20th century and written by those wonderful composers, people like Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, and George M. Cohen, all those kind of Tin Pan Alley composers. Did I say Gershwin? I don't think we've got any Gershwin this evening. These are songs that were written in Tin Pan Alley in New York, a small bunch of musical publishers. Here's one of those. I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China, all for myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms forevermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on a faraway shore, out on the briny with the moon big and shiny, melting my heart of stone. I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home, arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. Owls go by and they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives into park and snuggles her head to my chest. We start into pair, and that's when I get her talcum all over my vest. After I kinda straighten my tie, she has to borrow my coat. Wrote these lyrics, one kiss then I'll continue again, walking my baby back home. Grab your coat and get your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep, just direct your feet where to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter-pat, and that happy tune is your step? Life can be so sweet, where can it be? On the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. I'm not afraid of this rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Just at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Well, I've got an apology to make. We didn't do a birthday last week for the wonderful Tilly Fisher. Hello, Tilly. It was her first birthday last week on the 13th. And I missed her request. It came in through the website, but I missed it, I'm afraid. So to Trix and Kitty, sorry for missing Tilly's birthday. But apparently you sing this song to her, singing Oh You Tiddly Puss. So you can sing your lyrics, we'll sing ours. Here we go. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms around you, I can never live without you. Oh, you tiddly puss, you little tiddly puss. If you ever leave me, how my heart will ache. how long this medley is until we get about halfway through. How about this one? Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my girl. Again, more American songs, these ones. This one that came over in an operetta at the first, in 1901, this one. You are my honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'd like to sip the honey sweet from those red lips you see. I love you dearly, and I want you to love me. Need to breathe. You are my honeysuckle, I am the bee. Now bringing it back home with a little bit of Danny LaRue on Mother Kelly's doorstep down Paradise Road. I'd sit along Nellie, she'd sit along Joe. She's got a little hole in her frock, a hole in her shoe, a hole in her stocking where the toe peeped through. But Nellie was the smartest down our alley on Mother Kelly's doorstep. I'm wondering now if little girl Nellie remembers Joe, her beau, and does she love me like she used to on Mother Kelly's doorstep down Paradise Road. We're nearly there, just a few more. And by the light, we need some backing vocals. By the silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey, our croon loves do. Honeymoon, keep a shining in June, your silvery beams will bring love's dreams, we'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. Well, you made me love you, I didn't want to do it. You made me want you, and all the time I knew it, I guess I always knew it. You made me happy sometimes, you made me glad. But there were times, dear, what? You made me feel so bad. You made me sigh for, I didn't want to tell you, I want some love that's true. Yes, I do, indeed I do, you know I do. Give me what I cry for. You know you've got the brand of kisses that I'd die for. You know you made me love you. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay, another Pan Alley. We could hear the voices ringing. Who chose the key for this one? You were stolen my heart. Now don't go away, sorry ladies. As we sang love's old sweet song on Moonlight Bay. Nearly there, 3 more to go. Here we go. Me and my shadow strolling down the avenue. Me and my shadow, not a soul to tell my troubles to. And when it's 12 o'clock, we climb the stair. We never knock, for nobody's there. Just me and my shadow, all alone and feeling blue. Here we go, penultimate one. Hello, Dolly, well hello, Dolly, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, we can tell, Dolly, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. You feel the room swaying for the band's playing one of your old favorite songs from she can't rap, fellas. Find her an empty lap, fellas. Dolly, I'll never go away again. Last one, here we go. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the live stream play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Yes, join in, here we go. Put it down. Time for a holiday. Sorry. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Connection's bad. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, stick with us. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. Who's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Here we go, big finish. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret. Hey, there we go. Oh my word, I need to lie down in a darkened room after that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tom Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along Week 27. There we go. Perhaps the longest medley I've ever done for the start of the show. Hope you enjoyed that. Lots of fantastic tunes in there. Of course, as always on a Thursday, I have my beautiful wife, Faye, working the comments. Hello, Faye.
Hello.
Comments and stuff coming in?
This is a very popular medley.
Brilliant, I'm glad.
People clearly love spending, what is it?
15 minutes
non-stop sing-along
Non-stop
classics.
sing-along.
Well done, everybody, if you kept going throughout that.
Absolutely. I was ready to chuck in the towel halfway through that. And of course, my wonderful son, Andrew, is currently crashed out on the sofa down here as well. You can't see him, but you all right, Beanie? Yes,
You're keeping him awake.
We're keeping him awake, I'm afraid. So there we go. Well, welcome to our home as we open it every Thursday for you to come and join us for a bit of a sing-along. As I said before, if you want the sing-along lyrics, if you haven't got them already, go to carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. You know the drill. Of course, you can buy CDs and merchandise there too. And of course, if you're kind enough to throw some coins my way as well into my virtual tip jar, I'll be forever grateful. And you can do that on the homepage of my website too. So, and of course, if you like what I do now, you can click on the share link below this video and share it now and encourage other people to join the 190 people who have tuned in this evening and who are watching. Though I know there are quite a few people who are watching in groups this evening, which is great news. I'm so glad you are. So, yeah, welcome back to all our regulars. Welcome to any new sing-alongers this evening who've just come to join us. We've got some birthdays in this evening. I'm assuming Faye's got a few birthdays as well. So I'm going to give a shout out to Tanith the Messenger, who's out in Cyprus. It's her dad John's 81st birthday today. So John, happy birthday to you. And greetings to you out in Cyprus there. Now, and then one that we missed last week, Julia Hurst. Hi, Julia, who watches... it was her husband Derek who sent a message in to say, yeah, sorry to miss her birthday last week with a shout out, but could we give a birthday shout out for her this week? Well, it was on Sunday, so it kind of counts this week, doesn't it? There we go. Well, Julia, happy birthday for last week, and I've got a song for you a little later on in our final medley. I'm sure you do give us a fantastic rendition at the home of something perhaps from an Oliver medley to finish with this evening, so we've got that for you later on. And of course, as I mentioned earlier on, the wonderful Tilly Fisher, first birthday, up in Durham there, giving a wave out to Tilly and the family. Your first birthday was on the 13th, and there we go, yes, oh you tiddly puss, you tiny tiddly puss, that Mummy and Daddy sing to you. There we go, that was just for you. So over to Faye, any birthdays that have come in on the comments?
Yes, I have. Right, it's Leon Dumont's dad's birthday today, Tony, and apparently he is as old as the NHS, so that tells you how old he is as long as you know when the NHS was founded. Nice and subtle. It's Daniel Gillam's best friend, Caleb Wilson. He's got his birthday this Sunday.
Happy birthday, Caleb.
Happy 90th birthday to Peggy Webster.
Hi, Peggy Webster.
Jane Webster's mum. And Ian Fairchild's giving us a shout out for his son Thomas, who is 16.
Oh, great name, Thomas. Actually, you probably don't know, but I am originally a Thomas. Up until I went to university, I was most definitely and adamantly a Thomas. Everybody who knew me at school, I'm not a Tom, I'm a Thomas. And then I kind of made a conscious decision when I went to university to become a Tom. And actually, there's a very small proportion of people in Coventry, where I grew up, who call me Tom John, which comes from playing the role of Tom John in Terry Pratchett's Weird Sisters that I did back fumpty years ago. When I was about 16 at the Wheatsheaf Theatre in Coventry. So a shout out to anybody from the Wheatsheaf Theatre who might be watching. And yeah, there's a small handful of people that call me Tom John. And only a small handful of people that call me Thomas anymore. Yes, my mum and dad really. That's when I'm naughty, I get the full name call. So there we go. Well, thank you for joining us this week. Thank you so much for joining us last week, of course, on our wonderful suggestions that you gave me for the London album. For those of you who weren't here last week and don't know, I'm planning another album to be launched at Wilton's Music Hall in January. Fingers crossed that will all go ahead. But yeah, that will be Tom Carradine's London songbook, and I have great pleasure this week actually to pull together some ideas for that. And one that I'm going to share with you now, actually. This one, I discovered sorting through a book of old, actually a musical book talking about songs about London, and I think it was Michael Kilgarriff's book. He's a wonderful musical chairman, and yeah, there's a list in the back of the book that says songs about London, and one of them is Who Put the Bricks in Brixton. I'm going to show you the sheet music. I had to buy it. I couldn't find it online, and I wasn't going to go to the British Library. So, but I managed to buy it. This copy of this. You can read it the right way around. Who Put the Bricks in Brixton? This one, sung with enormous success apparently by Sid Walker. And look at that haircut. Look at that. There we go. I think Virginia Appleton said it was Lego hair. Look at the Lego hair on that. There we go. Well, yeah, Herbert Rule wrote this Who Put the Bricks in Brixton, and I think it's gonna go on the album, and it's gonna go in the show. So I thought I'd share it with you, and yeah, I've got a little treat for anybody else from around the country. We'll get to there in a minute, but it goes like this. A bright and intelligent lad one day was asking his dear old dad the meaning of this and the meaning of that. The questions were answered by Dad, Pit and Pat. The kiddie said, Daddy, before bye-byes I go, there is another thing I'd like to know. Who put the bricks in Brixton? Who put the bat in Battersea? Who put the wall in Walworth? Who put the eye in Highbury? Who put the shore in Shoreditch? And there's another thing I'd like to know. Who left the king in Kingsway? And who put the Jerry in Jericho? I'm not sure where Jericho is in London. If anybody knows, do tell me. So if you want to give that chorus a go, it isn't in the songbooks, but give it a try. Who put the bricks? Who put the bricks in Briggs? Who put the bat? Who put the bat in Battersea? Who put the wall in Walworth? Who put the eye in Highbury? Who put the shore in Shoreditch? And there's another thing I'd like to know. The king in Kingsway, and who put the Jerry in Jericho? There we go, a jolly little number, which is going to fit in perfectly into my chat around the songs for the album and for the performance at Wilton's Music Hall in January. Watch this space for those details being released. But as I said, the interesting thing about this version of the song, or this song, is that inside the sheet music, not only does it come with the lyrics for London, it also, if you look on down this end, it comes with alternate lyrics for when Sid Walker was performing around the country. So he could do alternate lyrics. So we have Lancashire, Yorkshire, Wales and Scotland. I don't think I'm going to do them all. But I think we've got a few people tuning in from Lancashire. So a Lancashire verse, a Lancashire chorus anyway, goes like this. Here we go. Who put the pool in Blackpool? Who put the wig in Wiggins? Who put the burn in Burnley? Who put the bed in Bedfordley? Who put the boot in Bootle? That's the thing I've never learnt at school. Who put the black in Blackburn? And who put the liver in Liverpool? There we go. What about the Yorkshire? Anyone from Yorkshire? Give us a wave, Yorkshire. Oh, we got some Sheffield, haven't we? Dean and Linda, are you tuning in from Sheffield this evening? Well, who put the scar in Scar? I'm going to work out what that chord is. Scar. There we go. That's it. Here we go. Who put the scar in Scarborough? Who put the dew in Dewsbury? Who put the barn in Barnsley? And who put the with in Withersley? Who put the chef in Sheffield? The reason yet has never been revealed. Who put the Brads in Bradford? And who put the udder in Huddersfield? There we go. So appropriate for wherever you go around the country. We've got Wales and Scotland. I'll save those for another time. Hope you enjoyed those, though. And as I said, a huge shout out to any of you viewers from London, of course, but also Lancashire and Yorkshire too. So, yeah, waves out. Any comments and suggestions coming in there, Faye?
No, sorry, I just had to navigate away from your live stream, and then I managed to navigate back, but then I'm all out of sync with the comments.
No worries.
So I'm just a bit discombobulated. Give me a mo.
That's all right. Everything's all right. So,
Oh, no, I've just had a good comment from Rachel Hallett for who put the bar in Barden.
Ah, there we go. A local. Who put the ton in Tunbridge? Who put the
bell in Belfast?
Yeah. Who put the well in Tunbridge Wells? Who put the south in Southborough? And
can I just say, Lee's doing this because he knows I'm going to probably say it wrong. Who put the clan in Llangollen?
That's very good. Or Llanfire yeah, you know the one. Lee Taylor, nice to see you. Wonderful Lee Taylor there, who live streams on a Sunday evening on the Llangollen Anglican Churches page with his Mission Halls to Music Halls sing-along. I know some of you have joined him on a Sunday afternoon. And Lee's dog Deacon's had his major surgery. Oh, fantastic! I hope he's okay. I hope he's recovering well. So yeah, I will pop the link in the Carradine on the Carradine Scotney sing-along page. Sorry, there's some great ones coming through. Michael Poppins, who put the Birkenhead? Yes, no gags about Scunthorpe, please. Who put the man in Manchester? Thanks, David Moore. Oh, someone said don't even go there with Scunthorpe. Yes, indeed. Yes. I think it's safer not to. And who put the knot in Nottingham? Yeah. Nice, I like this. Ram in Ramsgate. Indeed. Yeah. The sea in Southsea. Well, it reminds me actually. There's another old musical song called "I Told You to Meet Me at the Gate," but it's about different gates: Highgate, Southgate, Billingsgate. It's another London song. Actually, I need to dig that one out for the album. We'll give that a try. So there we go. Well, thank you so much for your comments and joining in this evening, all 191 viewers. Though, of course, as I said, I know there are lots of you watching in groups at home as well. So thank you for joining us on this slightly rainy and very autumnal Thursday evening. Well, we've got some anniversaries in this evening as well. Big shout out to Han and Henny Van Alst over in the Netherlands. Hi, Han and Henny. You were married 51 years ago today. Oh, congratulations. And Han says that they met on her paper round, on Henny's paper round. And Han says he still loves her as much as he did 54 years ago. Oh, my word, that's beautiful. Oh, they met 54 years ago and they got married 51 years ago. How lovely is that? So, Han and Henny, many, many congratulations. And I have a request for you coming a little later on. You've requested I Do Anything from Oliver, which is coming as our final medley this evening. Faye has a comment? I do. No, we had, right from, way back when you started that first medley, back in the mists of time, Susan Reddin commented that Daisy Daisy was one of the songs at her wedding 15 years ago today. Oh, 15 years ago. Congratulations. Happy 15th wedding anniversary. There we go. And of course, a shout out to Lizzie and Cameron Pease. Your first anniversary was on Monday. We got a shout out to you from Anne, Martin and Sally Glaister. Hello, the Glaisters who are watching this evening. And now, Anne says that Lizzie is a Harry Potter fan, and she walked down the aisle to Hedwig's theme. Now, I know it's not a sing-along, but I thought I could play a bit. Andrew's a bit of a Harry Potter fan as well. So, then it goes a bit creepy. Oh, where are we going? I hope the organist played it better than I did. There we go. A little bit of Harry Potter for you. Sorry about that. Could tell that's out of your comfort zone. Abysmal playing. I should have practiced that. Well, whilst you recover your dignity, thank you. I've got another birthday to shout out. It's Georgia Butterworth's birthday today in Australia. Hey, Georgia, happy birthday! The plan is going to be watching it tomorrow. So, brilliant! Happy birthday! Oh, hope you are having a fantastic time on the other side of the globe. There we go. Now, what else we got? Another anniversary. It's Valerie Remnant on her husband's 49th wedding anniversary tomorrow. So a huge congratulations to you, Valerie. And apparently you were married by Reverend Maurice Munns, whose wife Pauline and daughter Virginia are also both regulars on the sing-along. You are Carradine's Cockney sing-alongers. So there we go. Small world. Well, thank you for joining us, Valerie, and many, many congratulations to you and your husband for your wedding anniversary tomorrow. Now, Valerie says that at Boys Brigade camp, just before they got married, the boys had practiced, unbeknownst to them, a version of The Bells Are Ringing for Me and My Gal. But they changed it to The Bells Are Ringing for Keith and His Val. There we go. So for Keith and Val, I thought we'd sing a little bit of For Me and My Gal. This is in your songbooks. This is on page 6 of your songbooks. And it goes like this. The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for Keith and his Val. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. They're congregating for Keith and his Val. The parson's waiting for me and my gal, and somehow I'm gonna build a little home for 2 or 3 or 4 or more in Loveland for Keith and his Val. There we go, Valerie and Keith, and many, many congratulations on your 49th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Well, thank you so much. I'm loving as I said, many of the people who are joining us this evening are members of Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers Facebook group, which is a lovely little kind of community that's been created out of this. And I see lots of names I recognise coming up in the comments too. And we get requests through there as well. But it's just a place that you guys can chat about the songs I do and what I do. And also I can keep you posted with up-to-date information, especially perhaps maybe in 6 months' time when we come out of lockdown. Whoever knows what's going to go on. Yes, a little disappointed with the obviously the tightening of regulations. So yes, the other day. So I think it's going to be a while before we're back doing a live sing-along. Certainly singing into each other's faces when we've had a few pints to drink at Mr. Fogg's Tavern. I think it's going to be a fair while before we get back to that. But hopefully not too long. But certainly, as I said, hopefully for a date at Wilton's Music Hall. Though, of course, that's not a sing-along date. But it will be the launch of the album in January. So hopefully... but no, thank you so much for all the sing-alongers who join us every week. And yeah, that was that suggestion came in there from Valerie through there. But that got me thinking actually for more songs this evening, as we talked about Pan Alley, a street in New York, which kind of at the turn of the century, the early years of the 20th century, was a real kind of hub of music publishing in New York. And a lot of composers and music publishers were based there, and it got its name for Pan Alley because I can't remember, someone said that as they were walking down the street, the sounds of all these tiny little offices with pianos in and people plonking away sounded like people bashing tin pans. So hence the name Pan Alley. It's still there. The buildings are still there, but unfortunately the music publishers aren't there anymore. And it's the few small. You might have seen a picture that I shared this evening on Facebook of Pan Alley when I was there in New York in May last year. There's a small plaque in the floor, and the building still exists, as I said, but Pan Alley as itself is not there, as the publishers aren't there anymore. But yeah, a real kind of history that goes with that. As I said, composers like Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, Cole Porter, and all the publishers associated with there as well. Actually, that reminds me that Denmark Street, London's Pan Alley, similar thing. The kind of real mecca for music and recording, and for music publishers the Charing Cross Road, dating back again back to the musical days, the late 1800s. Francis Day and Hunter had their offices on the corner of Charing Cross Road and Denmark Street. Denmark Street is due for demolition, for regeneration, and what a real shame. I saw some pictures today of all the shops on Denmark Street boarded up, ready for demolition, and it breaks my heart to think that part of British musical history will disappear forever. What a real shame. But there we go. Talking about Pan Alley in New York, though, of course. So many of these great songs came out of Pan Alley. And we've got a little medley of those on page 6 of your songbooks, where we just got to. And we're going to start with this one. This is Turn of the Century. East side, west side, all around the town. The tots sang a ring around rosy London bridges falling down. Boys and girls together, me and Mamie O'Rourke tripped the light fantastic on the sidewalks of New York. And of course, one of the greatest composers of Pan Alley was Irving Berlin, and he gave us this one. Come on in here, Alexander's Ragtime Band. Come on in here, it's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you wanna go to war. That's just the bestest band what am. Honey lamb, come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River played in a ragtime, come on in here, Alexander's Ragtime Band. Here's another one of those. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the
morning.
Thank you, Faye. Nothing could be sweeter than my sweetie when I meet her at the dawning. When the morning glories twine around the door, whispering pretty stories I long to hear once more. Strolling with my girlie where the dew is pearly early in the morning. Butterflies will flutter up and kiss each little buttercup at dawning. If I had Aladdin's lamp for only a day, I'd make a wish and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. How about this one? California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the sun. Each morning, a dawning birdie sing, and anything the sun-kissed miss says don't be late. That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. Now if you knew Susie like I know Susie, oh, what a girl. There's none so classy as this fair lassie. Oh, holy Moses, what a chassis. We went riding, she didn't talk. From the country, I'm the one that had to walk. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, oh, what a girl. How about this one? Well, baby face, you've got the cutest little baby face. There's not another one could take your place. Baby face, my poor heart is jumping. You showed I've started something, baby face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I didn't need a shove, cause I just fell in love with your pretty baby face. And this one, toot toot tootsie goodbye. Toot toot tootsie don't cry. Choo-choo train that takes me away from you, no words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me tootsie and then do it over again. Watch for the mail, I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you know I'm in jail. Toot toot tootsie goodbye. Toot toot tootsie goodbye. Yes sir, that's my baby. No sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes sir, that's my baby now. Yes man, we've decided. No man, we won't hide it. Yes man, you're invited now. Oh by the way, when we reach the preacher will say, Next one, George M. Cohen. Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Can I remember the chords? Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and tell them I'll be there long. There we go. Completely blanked on give my regards to Broadway at the end. I had nothing on my iPad there. So I do apologise for just making up the chords for that one. There we go. Oh, Faye, any comments coming in there?
Oh, yeah, while you sort out your iPad. The Brixton song has spawned, as one might have expected, a few suggestions.
Brilliant.
So I thought I'd feed some of those back.
Go on.
Corn in Cornwall.
Yes.
Rice and Ruislip. Sun in Sunderland, which kind of...
Never. I don't think it's ever been sunny in Sunderland. Every time I've played at the Sunderland Empire, it's never been sunny.
Folk in Folkestone.
Of course.
The Orc in York.
Oh, who put the Orc in Yorkshire? I like that one.
And another one, Bath in Bath. And someone suggested who pulled the plug on Bath.
That's
So,
very clever. Whoever did
clever
10 points Gryffindor. There we go.
Those are the ones I managed to scribble down as they
Brilliant.
were all flooding through.
You see Faye, I can see the smoke coming off the pen over there. So there we go. A little bit of Tim Pan Alley for you, a little bit of American. And a huge shout out to any of my viewers watching in the States. There we go. Much appreciated that you're joining us in your afternoon this afternoon. And now, there we go. Some more congratulations this evening. Huge congratulations to James Stocker and Erica Boozy, who got engaged on the 19th. Many congratulations, guys. James's parents, Phil and Sue Stocker, say they are so pleased with them both. So pleased for them both. And... yes, looking forward to welcoming Erica into the family. There we go. Now, James and Erica are regulars at Mr. Fogg's Tavern, the wonderful Mr. Fogg's Tavern, where I used to perform pre-COVID, and have introduced Sue and Phil to the sing-along, so they're grateful for that too. So, well, there we go. James and Erica, many, many congratulations. There's only one thing we can sing. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Fall out the stopper, let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time. There we go, many congratulations. Now, who else we got in this evening? Heather Owen's watching. Hi, Heather. Watching with your son Lawrence, watching together for the first time tonight, singing together. That's brilliant. Lawrence and I have worked together on a few London gigs on the London Cabaret circuit, so hi, Lawrence. Nice to see you. Because a bit of John Williams. Well, I'm hoping that what I played of Hedwig's theme would pass as a little John Williams reference for you earlier on. The only other one I know that Andrew keeps playing is... it's Jurassic
asleep, so he's missing
Park. It's
it.
a massive pop. And he's just... Oh, no,
he's awake.
he's stirring. He heard it. Yeah, there we go. So a bit of Jurassic Park, maybe. I don't know. That's probably all I can do, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry to disappoint. There we go. Another request that came in that we're going to do this evening. If I can get my iPad back on, because I need the lyrics for this one. This goes out. This was a request from Sue Ashdown Day. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. This is a dedication for her mum, Betty. This is for Betty. And it's actually a Chas and Dave song. But this one was originally a folk song. Originally an Old English folk song called Hopping Down in Kent. And Sue says it reminds her of her mum Betty, who would come with a family down to Kent. Actually, kind of September time, I suppose, was time for hopping down in Kent. And many poor families, working class families in the East End of London, would come down to Kent and collect the hops. And so there's an Old English folk song which Chas and Dave, wonderful Chas and Dave, recorded. I think it's on one of their Christmas albums, but it's a jolly one to do. So I thought we'd do it. Now it's got a sing-along chorus for you guys. It's not in the songbooks, but hey, it's easy. The only thing is, the lyrics go with a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. I'm not entirely sure why it's T when we're talking about making beer, but here we go. So with a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. It doesn't get easier than that, yes? Goes like this. When you go down hopping down in Kent, you'll wish you never ever went. Hopping down in Kent with a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. You got the chorus, haven't you? With a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. They all say hopping's lousy, but I know it ain't true. We only goes down hopping to earn a bob or two. With a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. Now Sunday is our washing day, wash 'em nice and clean. Wash 'em in the hopping pot and dry 'em on the green. With a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. With a T-I-O, T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O. There we go. Perfectly legitimate chorus, there we go. The wonders of old English folk song. But yeah, there we go, a little bit of Chaz and Dave for you. And on that, actually, I have got a Chaz and Dave medley for you. I often get requests for Chaz and Dave. And actually, it was 2 days ago that we celebrated the 2nd anniversary of the passing of dear Chaz from Chaz and Dave. What a great legacy they've left behind, though. Dave Picot's still working. But yeah, as a duo, what a fantastic legacy they've left. Some fantastic songs. And I've had the great pleasure over the last few years to work with Chaz's daughter, Kate Garner, who's a fantastic pianist and singer and composer, and she writes wonderful songs. Her specialism, although she sings all the kind of knees-up songs that her parents and her grandparents taught her, and were a very musical family, obviously. She loves the music and the style of the Art Deco era, so 1920s and 30s, and so she's written lots of songs in that kind of style, and she does those kind of cheeky jazz songs from the 20s and 30s beautifully, absolutely beautiful. If you get any chance to see Kate Garner perform, then I would highly recommend it. And I've had the great pleasure of accompanying her on a couple of gigs over the last few years as well. So yes, there we go, a little bit of Chaz and Dave for you, I suppose, in tribute to the late Chaz Hodges. So where are we going? You need your songbooks.
Page 8.
Page 8, thank you very much. Here we go. Some people sing about Deutsche girls and girls from California. They might be alright for a night, alright, but don't trust them, I warn ya. I've been to the east and I've been out west and I've been all the world around, but I ain't seen none come anywhere near the girls of London town. Give me a London girl every time. I gotta find one, I made up my mind. Give me a London girl every time. I want a London girl. There we go, that's a great one. How about this one? Mother phoned up last night, she was going spare. She was in a temper, pulling out hair. Your sister's caught in your scruffy looking tent. But I don't give a monkeys in this way. Said, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if it comes round here. I got my beer in the sideboard here, let mother sort it out if it comes round here. I said to me, mother, let me have a talk to dad. So he comes to the telephone, he was not mad. She sees got no sense, a silly little cow. If it comes round here, there's gonna be a row. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if it comes round here. I got my beer in the sideboard here, let mother sort it out if it comes round here. Remember this one? Well, I built my life around you, did what I thought was right. You never cared about me, now I've seen the light, oh darling. There ain't no pleasing you. You seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along, oh darling. There ain't no pleasing you. You only had to say the word, and you knew I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, but you went and blew it. Now everything I've ever done was only done for you. But now you can go and do just what I want to do. I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, let's see you at home. There ain't no pleasing you. You seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Well, I've been working hard to reach my targets, to earn a few bob for a day trip down to Margate. I'm gonna blow the lot tomorrow with all the family. We catch the coach at 8, so don't be late. We're off to see the sea. Hurry up, will your granddad? Come on, we're going down to Margate. Don't forget your buckets of spade, causes and all. Let's see ya. Down to Margate. We'll have a fill of jelly, it is the cocktail store. Down to Margate. We'll go on the pier, we'll have a beer beside the sea. Down to Margate. You can keep your Costa Brava. I'm telling you, mate, I'd rather have a day down Margate with all the family. Now there's a word that I don't understand. I hear it every day from my old man. It may be Cockney rhyming slang. It ain't in no school book. He says every time he gets it mad. A regular caution is my old dad. Rub the old man up the wrong way. Bet your life you'll hear him say, Gertcha, Carlson, Gertcha. Gertcha when the kids are swinging on the gate. Gertcha when the paper boy's half an hour late. Gertcha when the pigeons are pecking at his seat. Gertcha when the barker starts digging up his beat. Gertcha, Carlson, Gertcha, Carlson. Bar still preaching. That's the whole man nowhere. I have no idea where I'm going. Last one of these. You got a beautiful chin. You got beautiful skin. You got a beautiful face. You got taste. You got beautiful eyes. You got beautiful thighs. Now you got a lot without a doubt. But I'm thinking of blowing you out. 'Cause you won't stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest? You got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. It's time you got it out of your chest. Now you was just the kind of girl to break my heart in two. I knew right off when I first cut my eyes on you. But how was I to know you bent my ear holes too? With your incessant talking, you're becoming a pest. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Yep, yep, rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit! Hey, there we go. A wonderful tribute to Chaz and Dave there. Some fantastic songs, and that goes out to the Ramses over in Northern Ireland as well, who asked for a bit of Chaz and Dave. Always keep asking for a Chaz and Dave. So there we go. A little bit of Chaz and Dave for you. Oof, over to Faye. Any comments coming in there?
Yeah, we've got a couple more suggestions that jumped out at me on our Brixton in Brixton.
Oh, go on.
Slightly more tenuous, it has to be said. The Birmingham... and the Twin in Woods.
The Twin in Woods. We put the Twin in Twin Woods. There we go.
And we've had some actually from across the world. Actually, we've had a few come in from Australia.
Oh, go on.
So we've got the Din in Dinmore.
Brilliant.
The Ass in Brassel. The Good in Goodna, and the Bun in Bundama. Oh, I can't say it.
There we go.
Yeah, and the Tone in Austin was another one we had coming in. So
fantastic.
There are a few of them. I've got one other shout out that's come in as well. It's just a shout out for Sarah Savage's dad, Ernie Bustle, who lives in Bristol. He's just come home from hospital after having a stroke 2 weeks ago. And he was brilliantly looked after, and isn't the NHS great? So giving you a shout out, Ernie, and hope you're feeling better.
And get well soon vibes as well, my word. There we go. Well, we're coming towards the end of the sing-along this evening, I'm afraid. One final medley to go before we get there. A huge thank you to you all for tuning in this week. Of course, and to my wonderful wife Faye over on comments over there.
Thank you.
Andrew's fallen asleep over here too. And of course to my wonderful friend Marcus Reeves, who's dealing with my back end, as it were, sorting out all the back end of this and the social media stuff as well. So thank you so much to Marcus. A huge thank you to you, as I said, for joining in this week, as you do every week. I'm very grateful. As I said, I'm a bit down and depressed this week with the news from that we could be in for a second wave, and we could be in for, or at least we could be in for more tighter restrictions going forward through Christmas. And they're talking 6 months. So yes, it's going to be a while before we're back singing along live. But hopefully it won't be too long. But which means we're going to be here every Thursday. There's nowhere else you should be on a Thursday evening either. So 8:30 till 9:30, of course, on Facebook. If you put my teeth in. As I always say, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing Along, don't forget to go to the Carradine's Cockney Sing Along website. Make sure you sign up to the mailing list, which I need to do actually, and mail out an update on what we're up to. And of course, if you fancy buying some CDs, you can buy those on there on the website too. We've got a few mugs left. The tea towels have gone. The limited edition tea towels have now gone. There are no more. But we're in the process of sorting out some tote bags, some badges. Don't you worry. And the Christmas baubles are in the pipeline as well. So watch this space. And of course, if you fancy throwing some coins my way as well, considering that, yes, I'm not doing anything else for the next 6 months or so, then I'd be grateful if you could throw some coins my way into my virtual tip jar. So we're going to finish this evening with a little bit of Oliver for you. This was a request. Well, we had I Do Anything, which was a request for Han and Hetty Van Ouse for their anniversary. And I thought I'd dedicate As Long As He Needs Me for the wonderful Julia Hurst. Because she's got a beautiful voice, fantastic actress. And if she hasn't sung Nancy or performed as Nancy in Oliver, then we need to make it happen, because she would be an absolutely fantastic Nancy. Julia, if you have appeared as Nancy, do pop it in the comments below so we know. But yeah, you should really play Nancy at some point in your career. So there we go. So a little bit of an Oliver medley. This is in your songbook's the last 2 pages. Page 10. We're going to start with this one. Here we go. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share.
If it's a chance to be, we should see some holidays. Empty holidays, white crowds. Always a chance we'll meet somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house.
Consider yourself our mates. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can stay. Consider yourself one of us. Food, glorious food. Hot sausage and mustard. While we're in the mood. Cold jelly and custard. Peas pudding and saveloys. What next is the question? Which gentlemen have it, boys? Indigestion. Food, glorious food. We're anxious to try it. 3 banquets a day. Our favourite diet. Just picture a great big steak. Fried, roasted or stewed. Oh, food, wonderful food. Marvellous food. Glorious food. This one's for Julio. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly. As long as he needs me, as long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong. As long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know. When someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray his trust. Then people say I've got to stay true just as long as he needs me. Here we go for Han and Hetty. Happy anniversary. Bit of call and response. Here we go. I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you mean everything to me. I know that I'd go anywhere for your smile. Anywhere for your smile. Everywhere I'd see.
Would you lace my shoe?
Anything.
Paint your face bright blue?
Anything.
Catch a kangaroo?
Anything.
Go to Timbuktu?
And back again. I'd risk everything for one kiss. Anything. Yes, I'd do anything. Anything. son Oliver. In this life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. I'm afraid these don't grow on trees. You gotta pick a pocket or two. Gotta pick a pocket or two. Boys, you've gotta pick a pocket or two. Large amounts don't grow on trees. You gotta pick a pocket or two. Now we're running a bit over on time this evening, but hey, I hope you'll excuse me for that. Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Born to play this role. Where is she? When I close my eyes, it's not COVID. Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for all? It gets higher as well. Help me out, here we go. Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where? Tight trousers. Where is love? Who will buy this wonderful morning? Such a sky you never did see. Who will tie it up with the ribbon and put it in a box for me? There'll never be a day so sunny. It could not happen twice. Where is the man with all the money? It's cheap at half the price. Who will buy this wonderful feeling? I'm so high, I swear I could fly. Me oh my, I don't want to lose. So what am I to do to keep the sky so blue? There must be someone who will buy. Here we go, last one. Raise a glass and sway from side to side. I suppose it depends how much you had to drink this evening. Here we go. There's a little ditty they're singing in the city, especially when they've been on the gin or the beer. If you've got the patience, your own imaginations tell you just exactly what you want to hear. Oom Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Oom Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear Oom Pah Pah. Mr. Pussy Snodgrass would often have the odd glass, especially when he thought that nobody could see. Secretly he'd buy it, drink it on the quiet, and dream he wasn't with a girl on each knee. Oom Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Oom Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear Oom. Last time, key change. Oom Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Oom Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear Oom Pah Pah. There we go. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. One last final request before we go. We had a shout out to Anne and Martin Glaister. Hello, Anne and Martin, who are watching this evening. From John and Helen, who you invited round to watch the show a few weeks ago. And they wanted to convey their thanks for you having them around and enjoying the sing-along. And their request for a little bit of Pack Up Your Troubles seems pretty apt with all this uncertainty around the COVID and the lockdown and stuff. And let's hope we haven't got another lockdown coming. But hey, if we do, we'll be here every Thursday night. Here we go. Pack up your troubles. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. There we go, that's it. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and join us again next week, Thursday, same place, 8:30 till 9:30 on Carradine's Cockney Sing Along. See you next week. Thanks very much.